Alright, so in theory it's working. I say, considering last week. Fuck all over.
Anyway, and that's when I said, please, I want to know more, you spooky ass bitch.
I want you to know there is a spooky, scary skeleton inside you trying to get out.
It is all the time. It is desperate to get out. I know this because of the way that I wake up in the middle of the night. It's the only explanation there is.
It's trying to claw its way into our world.
Yeah.
And we've got Seven and Pen in the chat. Hello, everyone! Look what I'm playing!
What's up, booze and ghouls?
This is my second favorite Castlevania game.
Yay!
I recently Let's Played my first favorite, which is Symphony of the Night. But this one relates to Netflix. Which is great, because I love that show because there's so much dick punching.
In the
first season.
In the first season.
I really hope they come
There's
back.
a dearth of dick punching in the second.
There is. I really hope we get back on track. With the dick punching in season 3. I need to come up with a name for the save file. Anyone who didn't see this coming needs to not be on my channel anymore. Because, let's face it. Oh god, all of my, well, let's do that one. I apparently ate all of my save files. Probably the last time I Let's Played this. Which I don't remember how long ago that was. Many moons ago. Picked up Luigi's Mansion. I almost live streamed Bloodstained tonight because just today the patch for the Switch came out, fixing a lot of the input lag and some graphical issues. And I'm like, almost, but like, no, I want to jump into the dick punching.
Of course you do.
I mean,
just headlong into dick punching.
Alright, so you've seen season 2. You know Hector.
Mm-hmm.
Hector grows up in between whatever happens in
yeah.
He's much more of a badass now.
I know you're here.
Isaac, however...
Hector, is that you?
Isaac changed the most.
I mean...
You tracked me down.
Between the hair, the tattoos, the nipple chains...
I mean, okay, to be fair, he was into pain.
He was into pain.
This is just a difference in, like, who's inflicting it.
I
mean...
ultimately, that's what it comes down to. You're paying a piercer and a tattoo artist.
There are some people that, you know, they get piercings or tattoos because the pain is a controlled fetish. Some people just want the controlled pain. You know.
I might fall in both of those groups. No, I like controlled pain.
Well, I mean, your body's all funhouse wonky, so anytime you can control it, either for good or ill.
Yeah.
It's, fuck you, body, I'm in control.
Yeah.
Alright, no one cares about the story because it changes so much. My girlfriend's dead. The guy who wants to be my boyfriend killed her.
I mean, that's a... That's a long road to getting what you want.
But I mean, I accept this as headcanon. Like, that's like, it makes so much sense that the two of them, because they're the only two Forge Masters. And I'm trying to remember how to play the game. Well, oh god, I thought I killed him. When the name popped up, well, he's dead. And a map falls from the sky. No, that's a ticket. No ticket.
No. That might have to be next on my jacket. Outerwear purchases is a Silent Bob style trench coat.
I have a trench coat. It's very large. Given the way Isaac is played in this game, I'm thinking he's pissed off Hector went and married a woman. That's what I'm thinking. There's a lot that... I couldn't afford Luigi's Mansion 3 for Switch. I'm already paying for the new Pokemon game. I mean, I'm playing Pokemon... I spent most of today playing Pokemon Go because I want a fucking shiny Ghastly. Not because I want a shiny Ghastly, but because I want a shiny Haunter. Because... Haunter.
Because reasons. I don't know.
I have yet to see one. Is it too much to ask for a goddamn shiny Pokemon?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh hey, I learned how to dodge.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Well, right now I'm dodging spooky, scary skeletons.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
I miss Rip Torn.
Yeah, me too.
I've got a golden tea. Well, this one was actually technically silver. We're gonna go a Tony Stark. Well, technically he hit me. Puppy! Aw, dead puppy.
Well, you are Hector. You can fix that.
I mean, that's basically what Hector does. Dead puppy? Let's bring it back to life. Does it matter that it's falling apart? No! I also love the soundtrack to this game. It makes me so happy. I actually really kind of wish they did more 3D Castlevanias like this. I really liked this in Lament of Innocence. Really good. I'm sorry, everyone. I heard a noise off screen, and I have a folder that I keep a lot of my card game notes in, off to the side. And I look over to see Rowan licking it. Not like grooming it, but like, this might be tasty.
Like,
just
expressing interest in it.
And now he's sitting on it.
And licking it, and I feel like this just got way more intimate, and we should not be privy.
We should not be watching this.
To that.
Rowan! You being weird? Yeah, you're being weird. Yeah, you're being weird. But it's okay. It's the spoopy day, and you're a black cat. You're allowed to be weird today.
Yep. It's your day, babe. And apparently also your parents. I didn't realize they got married on Halloween.
I don't know if it was actually Halloween. I don't think it was actually Halloween.
But it was this time of year?
But it was this time of year. Because when they came by the other day, they're like, say happy anniversary. I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, happy anniversary.
Well, your mom posted about it today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Dead puppy equal
Polterpup.
Polterpup. I'm just gonna flip my way through Dracula's castle.
That seems like a lot of work.
Alright, so I don't know how much of Symphony of the Night you watched when I was Let's Playing that, but Alucard has a backdash. That's how people speedrun the game, by just constantly backdashing. All you hear is as he backdashes through the castle.
Wow.
I don't think Alucard faces forward at any point. Hey, look, a save room. So, the thing about this game is chairs.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is you can find all sorts of chairs for Hector to sit in, and there is a secret room in the castle that compiles all of the chairs you've sat in, so you can collect all the chairs.
But prints are important.
Because someone thought, hey, this game needs a collection mechanic. Something that you can sit here and say, I got all of these things. Chairs.
You know, I don't even have anything to say about that. I like to sit. That's fine. I don't know that I want to keep track of every chair I've ever sat in.
Imagine if there was a room somewhere that you could visit that had a replica of every chair you've ever sat in.
That would be a lot of chairs.
But also think, like, what if the max number of chairs you've sat in your life is like 20? I know it's more, but just...
Then... Do you live in, like, feudal England or something?
Yep.
Because just by virtue of going to a public school, you sit in more than 20 chairs.
Well, what if, like, it counts all of the same type of chair? So, like, if you sit in, like, a mass-produced public school chair, you sit in 10 of them, then it's only going to count one because they're all the same chair.
Well, that would certainly, you know, make collecting them less of a pain in the ass.
Gotta sit in them all. Poke a chair.
Well, no, I'm thinking about actually storing the fucking collection.
Oh. Well, see, that's the thing. Some unseen force does it for you. I think that's probably the more terrifying thing. Someone's just going around getting copies.
Like, of all of the things to document in my life, you're documenting where my ass has been. That sounds like a fetish, and you need to ask for consent before engaging in that with other people.
I mean, not gonna lie, that's there's a lot going on there that...
I'm just saying.
We don't have time to unpack all of that. Nice slouch of villainy there. I mean, the furniture, which one was that? That was, which Castlevania was that? It wasn't Circle of the Moon. Harmony of Despair? Fuck, all of the Castlevania names really needs to stop getting so much. You've got Lament of Innocence, Curse of Darkness, Symphony of the Night, Harmony of Despair, Harmony of Dissonance, Circle of the Moon.
I really wish you'd had a different name.
There are others. I forget. There's a pachinko Castlevania game that's mostly, you know, horny. Like Castlevania's a little raunchy. At least with the classic game styles, because you know you've always got, you know, a succubus and they're always naked, or at least as close to naked as the ESRB will allow. you've got various, you know, elemental forms that are, you know, feminine presenting and naked, like ice witches and things as such. So like,
Yeah.
but even the pachinko game is something fits into this door. Where am I? What am I doing? I'm doing the exact wrong thing. Is what I'm doing. I'm supposed to get something and I forgot it because I'm paying no attention because I'm thinking about boobs. I mean, Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia. That one I can at least kind of get behind, because at least the name is Ecclesia. Like, Order of, you know, the Loyal Order of Water Buffalo type. Like, I can kind of get that. But, you know, the rest of them is just much. Spooky skin. I love the skeletons. And so Panda-chan, yes, we are Panda-chan. We're always Panda-chan. There is always that's where I came from. That's a weird nubbin in the wall. I don't remember that. That's weird.
No, go back. You pain in my ass.
What's your phone doing now?
Oh, it's just decided that I have to look at everything landscape for now.
Well, you know. Stop taking selfie videos in portrait mode. Landscape.
That's difficult.
It is. But I mean, so many people on YouTube do it in portrait, and like, it's how YouTube renders it. It's just obnoxious.
Yeah. Well.
But I mean, I can't say anything. I should be recording games in 4:3 aspect ratio, and I do 16:9 because I'm a fucking rebel. Almost done with Okami. So I have the PS4 version of Okami, and I was like, I'll keep that. Because I thought it was 60 FPS, but no, apparently they're all hard-locked to 30. Because apparently if you do 60 FPS for the game, it breaks the game. And so I'm sitting here going, well, fuck, I'll get a physical copy of Okami on the Switch. It wasn't released in the US, so I gotta import it. And that's a pain. Give me my physical copies. DB! Happy Halloween! Halloween. Spooky, scary skeleton! And go through the door. Beep, beep. Oh god. You're slightly terrifying looking. I don't know why these skeletons drop bronze. There's questions. And I don't know why this guy is just not paying any attention to me. He's just staring off into the distance, contemplating reality. The car didn't start after your temperature drop. Worked from home yesterday and we'll look in tomorrow. Yeah, there's snow in a lot of places. I have a friend who just moved to Wichita?
Yeah.
And said that they had a white Halloween, and I'm sitting here going, well, shit.
Haven't had to deal with snow on Halloween since 1993 in Louisville. and I was wearing a paper thin Halloween costume and like tried to layer, but there's only so much you could do. And fucking crazy.
I remember like
I was dressed up as Michael Irvin that year.
about 15 years ago, like it would get below freezing on Halloween, but we would never get any snow, but it would get below freezing.
Yeah.
Let me infuse him with my life force.
My friend is coming by to try to jump, see if it's battery, if not, probably the starter.
Appear before
I had a lot of issues with an aftermarket security system causing the starter to disengage.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Fun.
But also, since it could be the battery, with the severe temperature drop, it could have killed a cell. So even if you jump it, it might not. Or that if it got too low on the electrolyte, that the water in the electrolyte solution could have frozen, and that could be causing a bad cell. But most often, if you have a bad cell, a battery's just going to be on its way out. The things I learned in picking up knowledge of batteries. Because, again, a car that tried jumping, and it's got a dead cell, and it's a paperweight. Happy birthday to me. All hail Prince of Darkness. Well, Cyanide's birthday is today.
Happy
Halloween
birthday.
blizzards aren't unknown in my neck of the woods. It's Nobby the Fairy. That's what I typically name this first devil is Nobby. Innocent Devil Fairy. What's a good fairy name? You read a lot of fantasy literature. I'd imagine you have...
I haven't been able to read in a while.
You're more well-read than I am. I don't read books. Do I look like the type of person to read books? You loaned me your copy of American Gods almost a year ago, and I've still yet to read it. We've watched more of the show.
Hang on. I have an idea, but I'm blinking.
I mean, I could just...
Tersa.
Tersa?
Tersa.
T-E...
It's actually a witch, but she's pretty cool, so...
We'll go with that. Alright. I now have a fairy. Oh yeah, it could be the alternator. The alternator always seems like... Really?
I'm real good at replacing alternators now. Just by the way, if you're ever here and you need your alternator replaced, I'm pretty good at it.
Culex and I tried replacing the alternator in their Buick and couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
Because the timing belt...
Yeah. It's fun times, but it's just I have these tiny hands.
I have these long dancer legs.
Is this about my muscular thick thighs?
Your intimidating bouncer-like physique. My boyish smile.
Okay, we're just riding the train right the fuck out of here. It's fine. I need another beer for this shit, though.
I mean, it's early. It's Halloween.
I thought about pouring myself a glass of wine, and then I was like, no, Carol would not be drinking wine. It's beer.
He's a sailor. He's in New York. We get this guy laid, he might not be much of a problem. Everyone was asking, do you have any, Halloween plans? I'm gonna live stream, and I'm probably gonna watch a Halloween themed movie, and I don't know what, because I've watched all of the good ones by now. And actually no, I've yet to watch Young Frankenstein yet this year, so that might be what I watch. Because I've already watched Ghostbusters and I've watched Beetlejuice.
At some point, I need to sit down and actually watch some fucking horror movies. I'm picky about my horror movies, though. So.
There was a guy going around today dressed as Michael Myers.
Nice.
And had a cell phone in the pocket of his jumpsuit that was playing the Halloween theme.
That's awesome.
Like, that's dedication.
I like it.
And then everyone and their brother posted the picture on Reddit today of... it was one of the anniversary pictures of Halloween, and it was Jamie Lee Curtis. And the original picture is like she's standing there, and like in the doorway behind her is Mike Myers. Mm-hmm. But they edited out Mike Myers and replaced it with Mike Myers from like him from Wayne's World going. And I was just like, okay, I want to be mad at this, but I can't.
Yeah. So, it's only today that I discovered what I should have carved my pumpkin to be. Somebody carved their pumpkin be the goose holding a knife, and then the back is carved so that the shadow cast says honk. And it's perfect!
So, there have been so many Untitled Goose Game Halloween costumes. People dressed as the farmer with like a stuffed goose with like keys in its mouth.
Yeah.
I'm getting what you guys are putting down. I'm a fan of this.
No, I don't want to send a super chat. Jesus.
Super chat.
YouTube trying to con me into spending money I don't have.
Where am I? Where's? It's really dark. I have not adjusted the gamma setting for the PS2. So I'm like, it's really fucking dark. Hopefully it's not this dark. It is.
Anybody got a match?
Well, here's these weird purple lights. Like, you'd think these would give off a little more heat or light. Nope. They just drop dollar bills.
Dollar bills, y'all. Man, I wish the things that I broke on purpose or by accident like dropped money. I could not be poor.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, not breaking them on accident, breaking all of these things on purpose. Like, just going around like, you need a candelabra? I'm gonna break a candelabra. There could be $1. There could be $5. Some of them even have $100 in them. Like,
I want the things, but I would actually really prefer it be the things that I break accidentally because I do that way more often.
I forget where it was at a theme park, and someone was cosplaying as Link.
Uh-huh.
And at the theme park, they had a pottery shop. And so they had the owner of the pottery shop holding, like, Link's just sitting here going,
nice.
like, blocking the entrance. Like, I would love to do something like that. A lot of theme parks are really strict about, like, costume, like, Disney will not let you cosplay. Like, there was a group of people who cosplayed as Kingdom Hearts characters. And the cosplays were really good, so people thought they were park actors. And that's where the problem came into play, is, you know, it was so good that they're like, they think you're employees, and we can't have that. Because, like, if... It's like me wearing khakis and a red shirt and like pretending I work at Target when I really don't.
Yeah.
Why anyone would want to do that? Well, now that I say that out loud, I kind of want to do it just to fuck with people. And then, you know, they end up calling corporate and be like, this guy needs to be fired. And they're like, he doesn't work here.
He doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even...
Oh, you gotta mark your butt.
I mean, I've already sat in this type of chair.
Well, mark it anyway.
Sure, honk.
Oh, DB, man.
What's up?
Fucking car just started with no problem. First time in a month. You don't know what that's like at all.
No. No idea.
Excuse me.
Especially after fighting with it and being like, okay, I know you should work and you're just not because fuck me, right? Like...
Yup.
Yeah. Gotta love technology. Really makes you gesundheit.
Excuse me.
It makes you gesundheit. Where are all of these dogs coming?
On the side of my face.
So I can break but I can't break these candles. I want to break those candles. Apparently I can't. Let's go this way. I don't know where I'm going. I've only played this game 4 million times.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Level 1 spooky, scary skeletons. Fenrir's level 5 at least. Now we're gonna go in this door. Dancing frog? Oh, I'm breaking all of these barrels of wine.
That's inappropriate. Well, I guess it depends on the vintage. No, it's inappropriate. Even a bad vintage can be made into a decent sangria.
Well, inside there's a potion and a treasure chest.
Good luck, DB. Ooh, excuse me.
I found aluminium.
Good job.
You say leisure, we say lingerie. You say herb, and we say herb, because there's a fucking H in it. I love Eddie. Love Eddie so much. So funny. You spell through T-H-R-U. We spell it T-H-R-U-G-H. Thruff. And that's just trying to cheat at Scrabble. A Q, a P, and a Z. There. A word in Scrabble worth 482 points. I kind of figured it would be kind of quiet today because, you know, Halloween and all. But the problem is it's a Thursday. Like, I hate it when Halloween is on, like, the middle of the week. Like, if it's a Friday, that's all right, you know.
Really, Friday and Saturday are the acceptable days for Halloween.
Yeah, any other day, and there's just a lot of fuck that. Because...
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it does make it more of a pain in the ass. Although, when it falls in the middle of the week, you can justify having Halloween parties on the weekend on either side of it.
Yeah. And that gives...
But that's really only helpful for adults.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm mostly just really frustrated because I fucking love Halloween. I love it so much, and I just can't this year.
Yeah.
I don't have it in me.
I did not get into the spoopy spirit at all. I was actually more interested in Halloween, like, the first week of October. I was like, ooh, it's the spoopy month, skeletons everywhere. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this month to be over now. Let's just...
But, do you know what we can do tomorrow?
Go get a bunch of discounted Halloween candy?
Or Halloween decorations to add to the decor in the home.
Permanent.
fuck it, bitch, just for Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, my black glittery pumpkin has been out all year. My black velvet skull has been out all year.
It is totally not safe for me to talk about on stream, but remind me after the stream what my dad said about the little broom that you have hanging.
Oh, boy. My sparkly
yeah.
little miniature broom has been hanging up all year.
Yeah. And you know it's fun when my dad says something and I can't repeat it publicly.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm drinking about it. I'm afraid of what I'm gonna hear.
Well, you know, these ghosts, they're in somebody's blood. They should do a cocaine about it.
They really should.
That and the what's ka-chow, what's cracking fellow, or what's poppin' fellow weirdos. It's your boy HP back with the fish people. Like, those two things cause me to lose my shit.
They really do.
Like, Libet also has the dog licking the toad picture, and then the cat with the invisible sandwich. Like, she keeps those on her phone because just at random she'll just,
decide you need to see it.
Just I need to be reminded that they exist, and every time I see them, I start cracking up. And sometimes you need it. Sometimes you just need something to laugh at, and the weirder the better.
Ew.
Did I finally kill everything? Nope, there's
Nope.
still one puppy. Come here. Gonna neuter you.
Rude.
I'm just
Well,
following.
not really.
Just following what Bob Barker said.
Yeah, spay and neuter is that's important. But so violently is rude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm considering going out in costume this weekend. I didn't even get a costume. Jesse is dressed as Carol Danvers, trying to look inconspicuous in the 90s.
I mean, I love me some grunge Carol Danvers. Yeah, and I wore this down to Charlotte earlier this week for a Halloween show. Nobody knew what I was wearing. I did get compliments on my jacket, though. That was nice. And I got a hug from Kat because she is excited that I was excited about 9 Inch Nails. I'll take it.
Alright, I'd never noticed this before. My fairy is questioning something. Oh, right, I have to break, the fairy's like, hey, break shit. And this is where I met the leprechaun. He tells me when to burn things. I fucking love Ralph Wiggum, too. I'm in danger.
That scene turned meme is perfect for so many fucking things. I love it. I'm in danger.
Alright, let's make a better sword than the short sword. I made a foil! I can now go all stabby. Let's make a leather helmet. Let's make soft leather armor. Can I make anything else? I don't think so. Because I don't have any more aluminium.
Soft leather, I'm sorry.
And now I go pokey things. My Pokemans. Let me show you them.
For context, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a comedian talking about is a very I don't know, blonde hair, not too tan, just not twink, but not real stacked either. I don't know, but a cute, pretty gay man. And he was talking about, like, one time he ended up in a leather bar and how he felt like Shirley Temple running around being like, be my daddy. And so, like, there are just sometimes when things like soft leather come crashing at me, and that's all I see is, will you be my daddy? It's just amusing to me. Anyway.
And that is now saved on the internet.
Glad I could help.
I love some Brie Larson, especially Bad Girl from Scott Pilgrim. Oh shit, I forgot she was in Scott Pilgrim, but it's also been like 4 million years since I've seen Scott Pilgrim.
I've actually never seen it.
I mean, I'd say you should.
I think it was like the whole grad school thing. I just didn't watch movies.
Like, I'd say you should, but I mean, I didn't. It wasn't great, and I've read most of the comics, and it's like the comics were good. Movie was. I don't know, I guess I don't think I like Michael Cera.
You're not the first person I've heard to say that.
Well, see, the thing is, like, I'm not 100% sure. Like, it's weird. Like, something about him just, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It's almost like he's wearing a person suit to me. Like, it's his first day as a human. Every day.
I mean, to be fair, I have lots of those days.
That's
it. It's a lot of emojis expressing many different things.
I heard something.
That was definitely thunder.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah. We're actually going to get a proper thunderstorm on Halloween. Which I will say now, if the storm knocks out the stream, I apologize in advance, and I hope everyone has a spoopy Halloween.
Yes. Very spoopy. Very Halloweeny. But yeah. No, the county, well, the north side of the county north of us was under a tornado warning when we started the stream, so, like, it hasn't been too bad here, but, you know, just in case the power does go.
I mean, apparently we lost...
Or the interwebs.
We lost internet because of something construction related, but, like... Because I've got AT&T fiber, and apparently everyone on AT&T's fiber network in, like, our region just lost all internet. And, like, oh, great. That's terrifying that this can just get knocked out so easily.
Tornado warning has moved down to Oxford, Rougemont area.
And thunder. Alright, stop dancing around me and let me kill you. Of course you didn't die. Getting real tired of your shit, Skeleton Blaze. The zombies are just wandering around doing whatever they want because they're zombies. Finally done? There we go, finally done. Let's go through this door.
Those are both true statements, Stevie.
Jesse Eisenberg is Sarah 2.0. I mean, yeah. Well, what I love, Michael Cera, Jesse Eisenberg, Andy Samberg as like a Pokemon evolution. And you know, I kind of get behind that. Alright, really, why does YouTube send me notifications that I'm live? I know! If there's one thing I know...
We might have a clue about what's going on with this particular live stream.
I mean, you know... I don't pay a ton of attention, but that's something I... Yeah, that
It was a dark and stormy night.
Woo! I was gonna practice some soldering after this too. Don't think I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah, that's...
Not advisable. Hi, zombies.
Although, technically, our severe thunderstorm warning expires at 9, so...
By the time this ends...
Who knows? That's all I'm saying.
The thunder. Alright, let me finish killing the zombies, because there's another chair in here that I have to sit in.
Yep. Get that butt print.
Since I'm taking damage from zombie vomit.
Ew.
Yep, the zombies, that's how they attack.
Oh! Ew! No, don't do that. That's inappropriate.
And it hurts me.
Well, vomit hurts me too. Boogie, boogie, boogie.
I'm sitting in an electric chair.
Aww.
Therapeutic chair. My ass. It's got the helmet and everything. Yeah. That's the first of the special chairs, aside from the save point chair that you encounter, and you're like, oh, well then.
Does seem like something that would be in Doctor's case. Just hanging out.
I mean, if anything's going to be in Dracula's castle, it's going to be an electric chair.
Hanging out with Drake in the electric chair. Or sorry, the therapeutic chair.
Well, okay, so I know you've probably heard this, that sex toys, basically the modern vibrator, was a modern electrical appliance long before many other...
Oh, yes.
Like...
Oh, yes.
Like, I kind of want them to address that in Season 3 of Castlevania, just Dracula's got a vibrator.
It's a therapeutic massager.
I just got some meat.
What's up, Simon?
Finally realized apparently something about him doing North Atlantic accent. Inappropriate. Nails on chalkboard. They're just so neutral, I forgot. I mean... So, Andy Samberg does Lonely Island.
Yeah.
The music...
Dick in a box.
Dick in a box.
Who put a dick in this box?
My favorite song of theirs is Great Day, in which he's basically just coked out the entire time. Pat first showed me that, and would not stop laughing for 20 minutes afterwards, especially seeing my reaction to it. Just laughing like a giggle bitch. It was hilarious. Hey, I got some more aluminium. I can make stuff. What?
Lonely Island. So, that forum that I was on, we got into some pretty, personal shit. And occasionally somebody would pop into a thread and just leave the "I just had sex" music video there. Like, what up, y'all?
Now, was there a rule that they could only do that after they actually had sex? So that had to be just a declaration of...
Yeah, that's the only time it got posted.
It's like, I'm sorry you're going through some shit, but I just had sex.
I mean, it was decidedly not one of the more serious threads, but yeah. It was usually in one of the too much information threads. We had like a subsection for that kind of stuff.
Welcome to my life. Too much information. I was talking, everyone's talking about, Halloween, dressing up at work, things like that. Like, the only costume I have to, like, I'm kind of glad that, don't have to dress up. It's like, the only costume I've got at the moment is I've got the priest costume from when I did the Church of the Cat live stream for Halloween several years ago. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. The only costume I've got makes people uncomfortable. And I knew the second I phrased it like that, people are gonna go, like,
yeah.
No, I'm dressed as a priest, and priests make people uncomfortable, and you can't say they don't.
Here's a fun fact, though. You could easily rectify that situation by buying yourself a different costume.
Well, yes, but then I have to buy a costume. And that's the thing, like, I can't settle on a costume that I would like. Like, I've wanted to cosplay for a real long time.
It doesn't have to be a full-on whatever for Halloween.
Well, I was joking that, because Libet likes to do puns for her costumes. Like, last year she printed out a giant nickel and wore it on her back.
Yeah.
And I was joking around, like, I could dress as a wizard but have a name tag that says install. Could be the install wizard.
I mean, you do work in IT, and that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It begins. It's raining. I can hear it on my window now. It's starting.
Yeah.
And now I can dodge twice.
Here it comes to wreck the day.
So now I'm just gonna backflip through or sidestep through the entire castle now. Look at this. I don't have to move like a normal human being at all. Whee! I'm just gonna... I can do this all day, and I don't know why. And people watch my live streams. People find me entertaining. And I'm just in here going, whoop, whoop. You want to see Hector pull off his Simone Biles impression? Whee! Granted, he's not nearly as good as Simone. He can only do 2 consecutive flips, whereas she can do like 200. Because I swear she is a metahuman and her ability is to temporarily negate gravity.
Yeah. Man, that would be kind of badass. Then I could reach things on the higher self.
Or either that, or you'd be like Uraraka from My Hero Academia and like cause things to float and then get nauseous.
No. No, I find myself nauseated often enough. I don't need that quirk.
Well, see, that's the thing about quirks, and something I actually kind of like is they have a downside. There's always something about them that's like, okay, this is not just a great power. It's it's got a trade-off.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? The guy with the engines in his legs, they can overheat and blow out, and he can stall. Like the guy who is a bird, whose power is a bird that is his shadow. Like...
Yeah.
One person has explosive sweat, which, the more I think about it, that's going to make sex real difficult for him growing up.
Yep.
It's like, get all hot and heavy and then suddenly you explode your girlfriend's face off. Like, that's not good. Unless you have a girlfriend who's immune to explosions.
I mean... I don't know what that is, but I love it.
Imagine, finding out that it's like, what's your quirk? Oh, I'm immune to explosions. How did you figure that out? Oh, I was exploded. Like, I had to survive it. Like, that's the part that gets you.
I mean...
The meme lord, hello.
That does give an entirely different context for an explosive finish, though.
Best genus needs Yeah, he needs denim. If he's naked, he has no power.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing. You gotta have... Jesse went to... what? GalaxyCon?
And there is somebody dressed as Best Genus.
And she sent me a picture of it. I'm like, oh my god, that is hilarious. And well done. It was a really well done costume.
Dude fucking posed for me on the escalator, so he's like...
Yeah, he's doing the Best Genus pose on
rising
the escalator.
away from me. It was hilarious.
Best Genus. And like everyone's got something. Like what's his face, Eraserhead. He's like, he's got a... His power only works until he blinks.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting the one who's...
Visine for dry
eyes. The one who's dressed as a dominatrix. I forget what her... It's like something that comes from her skin. Like, so like she's got to basically be in a latex condom all the time, otherwise...
Yeah.
Like that just gotta suck. I'm gonna say, that should be everyone. Oh, hey, look! We're going up to Dracula's throne room.
Ooh!
So, this takes place after the events of season 2.
Uh-huh.
So Dracula's dead. Trevor killed him. There's a moon, off in the distance. Honk. And so like Dracula's dilapidated castle is just kind of hanging out from. However, I don't like the Trevor that's in this game. I like the one in the TV show better. Mostly because I always felt like Trevor took himself a little too seriously.
Yeah.
And the Trevor in the show is a little more...
irreverent about...
And realistic.
Himself, yeah.
Like, there's one of the lines from the show, it's like, what is it, Belmont? You're either a lucky drunk or the last son of a warrior dynasty. Which one is it? And Belmont's just sitting there going, shit. Alright, fine, it's the...
Why not both?
Well, I mean, it is both, but he is more than just a lucky drunk.
Yes.
Which was good. That's the thing, like, a lot of the Belmonts just kind of take themselves a little too seriously. And this game... I guess the games where it's the side characters, like, you're playing as a non-Belmont in this game, like, Symphony Night, you're playing as Alucard. When you're playing as a non-Belmont, like, I feel like they can do more with it. Because I think they kind of locked themselves into the Belmont family a little too stringently.
Yeah.
It's like, the Belmonts have to be these you know, like, we can be this guy. What does he do? He makes demons out of, in this game, rocks. And,
because why the fuck not?
And he collects chairs. So, I mean, you can tweak things a little bit. But hey, it's the first boss.
Woo!
And I'm behind you. I'm not behind you. You just sideswiped me. Because you're a bastard. And I am just not dodging. I have the ability to dodge twice, and I am doing neither. There we go. I'm actually trying to dodge this time. I say as I get him to almost dead. Like, oh, I finally got control, or hang of the controls again after a decade.
That's right. Smack him in the butt.
I mean...
It's no dick punch, but it'll have to do.
I bit his shiny metal ass.
Guess he won't be able to, you know, put his butt print in a fancy chairs now.
But then he puts himself back together all...
Ish. Yeah.
All Dr. Seuss-like. Like, you don't get a second form, you're just the first boss. And, you know, your second form is actually somewhat easier than your first, because I did not have to dodge nearly as much with that. And now, his ass explodes.
Woo! What is it with this game with asses?
I try not to kink shame.
But I do like to understand.
Our third chair of the game.
Oh, wow.
In an elevator in Dracula's throne room.
Yep. Get that
Just
butt print nice and enmeshed.
Gonna be weird when Zangetsu likely winds up playing somewhat similar. Probably. Like... But because Bloodstained is, you know, 2D, it'll be a... He'll probably play like Alucard. I'm expecting. And one of the Baljet Mountains. Either Baljet or Baljet. Not entirely sure. I've only seen it, you know, written. I haven't heard it pronounced. Yeah. Oh, hey, look! Another demon!
Yay!
Made out of a rock.
Woo!
I got a rock. Innocent Devil Magmard. I will I've got two names in mind. What do you think, Balrog or Moltar? Balrog? Because I always think of Moltar from Space Ghost. Balrog, you shall not pass. And now he is my new friend. He's gonna wander around and punch people with his slightly magma hands. Michael, this game is fucking good. First of all, yeah. I really kind of want to replay this one too, just to. Oh God, he just seismic slamming that dog.
Jesus.
Oh, hey, look, a lizard man. Beat him. Beat him, Magmar. Or Balrog, whatever your name is. As soon as the lizard man gets up, it's like slam to the ground. I'm not fighting him. Killed him. And now he's like, what? Who wants some? Where am I going? I don't remember where I'm going. I was so really tired, so I'm like, just like, huh.
Yeah, I've been. I don't know. My bed is my one true love right now. I hate spending time away from it.
Oh god damn it! I wanted the item that it dropped. This game is one of my favorites. Never got to beat it. If you get a chance to go back and replay all of it, I highly recommend it. It's got a really good story, and it's the only reason why I'm not pissed off at what happens to Hector in Season 2 of Castlevania. Because I know Hector has a good ending. It all works out well for Hector. Who's going to kiss baby Hector? There's an American Dad scene where they go to a hotel, and the concierge is Hector Alessandro. He's like, I won my Oscar for being and like he keeps handing all of these like pamphlets for what the family wants, and like convincing Francine that she should go to a conference in place of someone else and like pretend to be someone else for the rest of her life, and has Steve time travel so that he can meet the person who's the subject of a painting that he fell in love with. And as he's sitting there with the time travel, he's like, you could go back in time and kiss baby Hector. He's like, no, I think I'll go back to the painting. And he's sitting there, who's going to kiss baby Hector? And it was him voicing, which was the kicker, because I swear to God, when they actually get the voice actor, or the actor to voice like an animated version of the character, like, it is just hilarious. Got more meat.
Meat. Everyone knows how I feel about meat.
Meat from a candlestick. In a hallway. That's not refrigerated.
It's hot Holly meat. It's fine.
It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway?
No. No, I'm saying it's hot because of the candle. It's probably been smoked or maybe salt cured, so it doesn't need to be refrigerated. So it is hot meat found in a hallway. It's hot hallway meat.
I don't I don't think.
That's exactly how it works, and don't fucking argue with me. Hot hallway meat. It's alliteration, don't fuck with it.
I mean, if that's that's all it takes. Like, well, the alliteration argument just works.
Well, now I know for next time.
Alright, I got a new material. Does that mean I get to make something new? I do, except I don't. And I need to make a short sword and some jet black. Let's make a short sword and some jet black, and I got broadsword.
Woo!
And I still can't make that, and I'm not going to make that because that's a crappy weapon. I know what that is. Let's see what else we can do. I can't make a knuckle because I don't have any aluminum. But I can make hard leather armor. Will you be my daddy?
Will you be my daddy?
Broadsword and my hard leather armor. At least it got cooked. HHAM. And now I'm sitting here thinking about Gothic Fet Life.
Is it? Well, I mean, that's just
That's Fet Life.
a substantial section of Fet Life.
I'm imagining what like Fet Life would be in Castlevania.
Well, Isaac would feature prominently.
Belmonts would be leather BDSM daddies. Because they all carry a whip.
Carmel is definitely femdoming the shit out of everyone. Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. I really want to see what happens to her because I know, like, in all of the games, she's a floating, disembodied head that cries tears. And I want to know how we get to that point. Because I know she's based off of a legend as well, but I don't remember which one. Legend or myth or something, and like, I really want to know. Because always depicted as a floating head crying blood tears. Like, that's oddly specific imagery.
It really is.
Oh, hey, it's another one of you. Are you actually going to pay attention to me this time? Cyclops?
Well, DB, I would tell you to Google it, but that might not be something you want to do.
What the hell is Fet Life?
Social media for kinky folks.
Social media for kinky folks looking to find other kinky folks for kinky activities.
Well, not always. Sometimes it's just like I have an account. I've not been seeking anything. It's mostly so I can bond with other friends. Jesus Christ, my mom watches these sometimes.
I was like, I'm gonna just let you keep talking. Like, I don't want to step on any toes.
I've not posted anything on there except to like my friends' photos. I'm sex positive, y'all.
Hey, I knew some people that did like rope bondage and harnesses and like the suspension, and like not necessarily as a sexual thing. There was a sexual component to it, but it was
Oh yeah, yeah.
it was also
an art form unto itself.
Yeah.
And that's yeah. I've got a couple of friends who are rope doms, and I have a couple of friends who are femdoms. And
I have a friend. I say friend. We don't talk. We are acquaintances at best. But we went to school together, and she makes a very, very lucrative career out of female and financial domination porn.
yeah.
And saying it's porn
Which,
is...
I mean, since we're on YouTube, if any rich person wants me to insult them for money, I could, I'll do it. I won't do anything else. I'll just insult you. I'll tell you what bad taste you have in socks.
That's...
It was the first thing I thought of.
But the sad that, like, I can see someone out there who is both a sub and has a foot fetish who would love to have all of them just be like, your taste in socks is terrible. Kinky Facebooks.
She can't be alive.
Notice how they removed the rock for the battle-type demon's butt. They did? I haven't really been paying attention to its butt. Also, Teeter's constantly on the brink of date breaches and shutdowns. Joys of not having a sex life. She does very, very well doing what now? So she does non-nude fetish porn, where she does videos where she addresses people individually. Like you can either buy a subscription to her site or you can buy a custom video from her where she gets very close to naked, but not naked, and shows a lot of skin, and she spends the entire time hitting at certain fetishes and kinks, mostly female domination, financial domination, which is, until her, that was an entire sphere that I had no idea what it was. But it's people who like to be, people who like to be blackmailed. Like, give me money or I'm going to tell your wife that you watch my porn type shit. Which I never knew that was a thing. And like, in a roundabout way, I can kind of see, okay, I see the gears turning as to how this can be a fetish. I just was unaware that it was that popular to where someone could make a lucrative living. And like she does other things where basically like, you know, people who get off on being insulted, as I mean, not so much the sock types, but like, you know, I know one of her more popular videos was, you know, insulting someone's masculinity, you know, questioning that. That was one of her more popular ones, and
that in and of itself is a very interesting thing that I would be interested in studying. I mean, I know the mechanics behind whatever, but like, the idea that masculinity is so revered that to have it insulted as a fetish is just the sociological ramifications. My academic heart just gets very happy.
Well, I mean, you know, it's like the people who have suffered a traumatic sexual experience, either sexual abuse, rape, molestation, something like that, and then ending up having a rape
related
fetish. Because it's
I wouldn't say fetish. It would be fantasies.
Well, some people do take it to a fetish level. That's probably not healthy.
It's different though, because in that case you're consenting. It's something like,
and that's the thing, because it's consensual rape, which, you know, by definition sounds like jumbo shrimp. It sounds like an oxymoron, but the mechanics behind it. But much like what we were talking about earlier with, you know, the controlled pain.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know, that's where a lot of people kind of get into that. Like, some people like being in control of their own insecurities to the point to where being used against them in a sexual manner, that's a thing for them. You know, as you said, the sociological, like, I just sit there and, like, from an anthropological standpoint, this, like, that's humanity. You've got, like, you know, toxic masculinity, fragile masculinity, and then people who like to have their masculinity weaponized against them sexually, and all of those things do intersect.
They are connected
in so many ways.
Yeah. And also to clarify, I saw you Penn and Barbara, like, my mom wouldn't really care. It's just one of those, like, oh, maybe I should have actually told her myself instead of the live stream. Like, we're pretty open about that kind of stuff.
And
Meh.
and I've told my parents, like, anything I say on stream, I will, something I have no problem saying in public. So, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm having a real fucking hard time with trying to, like, censor myself with, like, work-related shit these days, because I just don't have any energy, and I'm kind of resentful of the fact that I have to censor myself at all, and it's starting to be real difficult.
I mean, I get it. That was one of the things when I was working at Rainfall. Like, Rainfall really wanted to be a different type of what the hell? How do I steal?
Think so, and I appreciate it. It's not all bad, but it's...
Circle. Okay.
I'm just so tired, and putting the energy on having a filter is the energy I could be putting somewhere else.
But one of the things that Rainfall, like, they wanted to be like a different type of website where it's like they treat the internet differently. And, like, okay. And what that really entails is they want to be able to say whatever they want without, you know, any sort of repercussion if they're not speaking from an official channel.
Yeah.
But it was really difficult to separate those two things, because when you have someone who in their, you know, like, say, Twitter bio has owner of this website and says something that could be construed as controversial, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, you have that on your bio. Like, then they'd also have, like, my opinions are my own. It's like, that doesn't matter. People see and link these things together. And, you know, there was a lot of talk around that time of people, especially in the gaming industry, people getting fired for, you know, saying something on Twitter that, you know, they obviously weren't representing the company in any way, shape, or form. But, you know, they got fired for it, and they're like, we don't want to be like that. And the problem is, like, I completely understand a company's right to want to distance themselves from some shit. Like, if you have an employee that sits here and says something, like, horrendously racist, like, yeah, if I'm running a company, it's like, yeah, I don't want to be associated with that. That's not my stance.
And
That's
how do you hold people accountable for shit like that? If, you know, I mean, there has to be consequences, otherwise nobody is held accountable.
Yeah, like, the internet is not the Wild West anymore. It's there. The things you say on it does have real world repercussions, and that's a thing. So, like, it just really got me to where, like, they would go on a tirade about something and be like, well, you know, I was saying it on my personal Twitter. It's like, that doesn't matter. They know you own this site, and they attribute that to, that's our site's stance now. And so if anyone else on the site has a contradictory opinion, and that's one of the reasons why I left, because it's like, we want everyone to have like, if we don't want to become an echo chamber. If you have a different opinion, we want you to express it. But then there was no support for a differing opinion outside of whatever
that's a bunch of lip service.
The predominant opinion was. And so, like,
and see, like, my issue with work, I know DB, like, that's how corporate America works. I understand that's how corporate America works. Corporate America could suck my dick. Just generally speaking. And I don't really work in a corporate environment. But I do work in a service industry. However, I would like very much to be able, like, for instance, recently I was stuck having to do a 3D tour for a home owned by some Blackwater motherfucker. I would like to be able to screen those people out. I don't want to do business with those people. My problem is my filter is what's keeping me from saying, you're fucking racist and I don't want to do business with you. Like, course, it's also me trying to, survive.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
It's the nature of capitalism.
I mean, I could still suck my dick, but it's awful, and I hate it, and it's exhausting.
The next chair of the game. I can.
Yeah!
Who is still shooting at me? Someone. Oh, you? Oh, you're shooting at me. Alright. Alright. Now I just get to shoot the door. And it's actually almost time to end the stream, so, like, yeah.
I really hate that I can't find my guillotine necklace right now, because between my anti-corporate, anti-capitalist rant and the fact that it's Halloween, I feel very naked without my guillotine. Just a sad thing.
These guys are trying to come get me. I'm just gonna run. All right, so yeah, we'll probably end here because it's about time to end. So yeah, discussing capitalism and fetishes and
I mean,
sociological impacts.
Isn't that what you're here for?
I mean, it's a very diverse conversation, I must say. Like,
have you had a conversation with me?
No, I don't think I have.
That's how I roll.
We didn't even have a kitty on the stream because both of them were sitting off to the side doing weird shit like licking a folder. Come here. Ooh.
There you are.
Spoopy cat. It's Spoopy cat time. You gotta say hi to all the people. It's Spoopy cat day. If there's a day that celebrates little black kitties, it's today.
I know. And he's
so
less
unhappy.
spoopy, but
So unhappy. Dude, calm yourself. Calm yourself.
you're like a fucking 2-year-old, dude.
Calm. Say hi to the people. The people want to see you. They love you. They do. The people love you. Yeah. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end the stream now. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you've had a spoopy evening, and I hope the rest of your Halloween is equally spoopy. As long as, skeletons don't rise from the graves and try to kill you or anything.
And enjoy the last 3 hours, at least Eastern time, in which we can say that Blade Runner is set in the future.
Yes, because after
November 2019, it's a current event, motherfuckers.
Just remember, tomorrow, that's how we're all supposed to start dressing.
There you go.
But yeah, hopefully I'm going to get back into Let's Playing. I keep saying this, and I keep not doing it. Hopefully, it'll happen. Talking to Kulix about some projects, so, that's going to be entertaining. And yeah, do you have any pieces coming out?
I don't have any for November.
Oh.
I did not sign up for any.
It's
a rough time of year.
Yeah.
I don't. I just need to take care of me and not overextend myself. So.
No. So I'm going to try to stream weekly as long as, the technology still behaves. And then, like I said, I'm gonna try to get back into Let's Playing. I just need to find something that just captures me. Everything's just kind of not captured me lately. Which sucks. I really liked Mario and Rabbids. I just felt like I was just kind of dragging on with it. So, like, I've got some ideas. I just need to sit down and actually do them.
I mean, story of my life, man.
So,
what am I dressed up as for Halloween? A former GT student asked me what it was I was gonna be.
what were you gonna be?
There's so many things I was supposed to be.
Yeah. On that note, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for the conversation and the likes, the comments, the favorites, the subscribes. If you want to help the channel out directly, I have Patreon, which come the new year will be revamped. We've been working on that a lot. There's the channel subscription. You can help the channel directly from YouTube, and you can get weird stuff from that once I figure out how to actually program shit in. Like fun emotes and things like that. So yeah.
Follow us on Twitter.
Twitter, the tweets, and
And actually, I just recently reactivated my Instagram, so you can follow me on Instagram. I have the same username as I do on Twitter, MessyJessie959.
so yeah. So at the very least, see you next week, and maybe see you in some future project. We'll see. So stay spoopy, everyone.